Hello students, Apna Study presents you the Hindu news bulletins for the 3rd of July. Before we start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
National news. Denmark provides 50,000 doses of AstraZeneca to Bhutan.
Denmark stepped in to provide Bhutan with 50,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines on Friday. India was unable to provide the second round of Covishield doses due to the coronavirus pandemic's second wave and domestic vaccine shortages. Bhutanese officials said they had requested the vaccines by next week, so as to complete their second dose distribution by mid-July.
Covaxin vaccination, a case study.
Mridula Mangalam received a certificate noting that she had been fully vaccinated. She got the certificate even though she did not receive her second dose of Covaxin. Umda Rai, 65, received a provisional certificate for her first dose at the Doharighat CHC in Mao district without even getting a jab.
The status quo in Ladakh.
Chief of the Air Staff Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadoria said China has strengthened its infrastructure and improved the efficiency of its air operations. Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat said both the nations understood that returning to the status quo was in their best interest for ensuring peace.
2 employees at the Kandhamal District Headquarters Hospital in Odisha under suspension.
Balakrushna Kanhar had admitted his wife to the hospital on June 29. She was suffering from severe anemia and respiratory distress. When the man wanted his wife's body to be carried up to the hearse, no one from the hospital came forward to help him.
Om Prakash Chautala released from Tihar jail.
Indian National Lok Dal (INLD) leader Om Prakash Chautala was released from the Tihar jail on Friday. He was jailed in 2013 in connection with the Junior Basic Training Teachers recruitment scam case. The octogenarian leader said he would soon visit the farmers at the protest sites to seek their blessings.
Judging is not an easy task, Chief Justice N.V. Ramana said.
Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana said a judge should focus on law, precedents and facts of a case and, on the other, the human aspect. He was speaking at a farewell organized by the Supreme Court Bar Association for retiring Judge Justice Ashok Bhushan.
COVID-19 vaccine estimates mismatch.
A May 13 estimate by one of India's top officials overseeing the COVID-19 pandemic response, that India would have 216 crore doses of vaccines from August-December was based on an optimistic, aspirational assessment, and on what vaccine manufacturers had conveyed to the government. The centre has said that it plans to vaccinate all adults, estimated to be 93 to 94 crore, by the end of 2021, thus requiring 186 to 188 crore doses.
International news. Incendiary balloons launched from Gaza.
Israel's military said it had hit a Hamas weapons manufacturing site. There were no reports of casualties. Palestinians in Gaza have sporadically launched balloons laden with incendiary material across the border. Palestinians say the balloons aim to pressure Israel to ease restrictions on the coastal enclave.
U.S. military leaves Bagram airfield.
U.S. military leaves Bagram airfield, the epicenter of its war to oust the Taliban and hunt down the Al-Qaeda perpetrators of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on America. The airfield was handed over to the Afghan National Security and Defense Force in its entirety.
Pandemic causes increase in vulnerability to human trafficking.
The U.S. State Department has determined that governments of 12 countries, including China, had a policy of trafficking in the reporting period, year ending March 31, on India. The report says that while it did not meet the minimum standards to eliminate trafficking, the government was making significant efforts, although these were inadequate, especially when it came to bonded labor.
U.S. Department of Justice issues moratorium on federal executions.
The U.S. Department of Justice has issued a moratorium on federal executions while it reviews policies and procedures. President Joe Biden had said on his campaign website that he would legislate the end of capital punishment at the federal level. The review will include an assessment of the risk of pain and suffering caused by pentobarbital, a lethal injection drug.
Maldivian Foreign Ministry responds to Indian High Commission's concerns.
Maldivian government urges media to refrain from publishing false news and accusations against resident diplomats. Indian High Commission of India raised concerns over malicious media reports' coverage of Indian diplomats in Maldives. Indian diplomats' lives in danger and hinder their diplomatic work, Foreign Ministry says.
Business news. OECD G20 framework on base erosion and profit shifting.
130 countries agreed to an overhaul of global tax norms to ensure multinationals pay taxes wherever they operate and at a minimum 15% rate. The solution should result in allocation of meaningful and sustainable revenue to market jurisdictions, particularly for developing and emerging economies. A majority of the OECD G20 members, including India, on Thursday adopted a statement containing an outline of a consensus solution to address tax challenges arising from digitalization of the economy.
Vodafone Idea, in active talks with potential investors for fundraising.
WIL confirmed it has approached the government to extend moratorium on spectrum installments. VIL's consolidated loss narrowed to about 7,023 crore rupees for the quarter ended March, mainly on the strength of cost optimization. The loss stood at 11,643.5 crore rupees in the year earlier period.
Sports news. Dutee Chand, the first Indian athlete to make it to the Olympics for the second straight time.
Dutee Chand is the first Indian athlete to make it to the Olympics for the second straight time in the 100 meters. The 25-year-old sprinter will also compete in the 200 meters and 100 meters at the Tokyo Games. Chand says she owes everything to Sai athletics coach N. Ramesh sir and P. Gopi sir.
Ons Jabeur reaches the last 16 at Wimbledon.
Tunisian Ons Jabeur beats Gabin Muguruza 5-7, 6-3, 6-2 in 2 hours and 26 minutes. Jabeur becomes first Arab woman to win a WTA Tour title on grass at Birmingham last month. World number 1 Novak Djokovic battles back from a set down to beat Denis Kudla.